Greetings. If people in Africa, the Caribbean, and many other parts of the world that they refer to as third world countries, if these people were actually praying the correct way, they would be the most prosperous people in the world. Could you imagine living on the wealthiest or richest continent on this planet, yet living in dire poverty? Well, unfortunately, it is so in Africa and many other countries. And the reason for that, it is because the people have been conquered psychologically. You see, if you understand the power of the subconscious mind and how your mind really works, you'll know the reason why from a very, very young age they make sure to impress your subconscious mind with believing in a Lord, a God, a Savior, and a Redeemer outside of yourself. And so they teach you to pray to a God outside of yourself. And they teach you to seek for the phenomena of life outside of yourself. So when it comes to looking for meaning in life, people look to religion, and all the religions of the world that has been giving information or teachings to the masses, they all have been doing it from the exoteric way of teaching instead of the esoteric way. What do I mean by that? They all have been pointing you to look outside of yourself. They haven't been teaching you to look within. And so what they're doing, they are robbing you from your greatness. And they're creating in you a limited mindset when you should be limitless. Do you know that you're a spirit having a human experience? You're not a human trying to be spiritual. So why do you need to go on your knees and speak audibly to a God outside of yourself when God is not a physical being that you can see? For example, if I ask someone to show me Jesus, they will get angry. They will say that I'm stupid and I shouldn't ask them to show me Jesus. And the reason why I would ask you to do that is to prove to you that Jesus only exists in your imagination, which means your imagination predates the teaching of Jesus and predates the teaching of any God. I am speaking of your awareness of being, your consciousness. And it's only consciousness can create reality. So, my brother and my sisters, anyone who teach you to pray audibly, they want you to live your life in misery. Because even the very Bible, which is actually a book of mind science, and BIBL actually means basic inner belief, life eternal. Because if you would only believe in the inner power that is within you, you find your eternal self. But they switch it around and tell me basic instruction before leaving earth. Well, if you understand that this body is an earthen vessel, and your spirit living in this earthen vessel or this house, you realize that if you've been instructed the right way, you will know how to leave this house and come back in this house. Yeah, you can go out of Jerusalem and you can come back into Jerusalem. And that is something they don't want you to know. Okay? And so when you understand that your body is a temple and it is the house of God, and that God do not dwell in temples made of hands, then you will know the correct way to pray is to go into the silence, because God is in silence. And it tells you that in the Bible when it says in Matthew 6 and 5, first of all, you must never be like the hypocrites who like to be seen and heard, those who like to go on their knees and speak audibly to a God outside of themselves. And it even tells you that they think that they will be heard for the long prayers. He said, but those of you who really understand that this book is a book of mind science, those of you who understand why it is said that you must be transformed by the renewing of your mind, and that whatsoever things are good and whatsoever things are lovely and pure and true and about you, that you must think on those things. If you understand why it is telling you that, and you understand that the Bible is all mental and it's all mind science, you would know that you must go into the secret place where the Father dwells in secret. You will know that the Father is speaking of your consciousness, your awareness of being. So it is telling you, you have to learn to shut out this physical three-dimensional world and go into the non-physical world to get in touch with your non-physical body or your non-physical self to express your every desire in this physical three-dimensional world, which means that everything in this world that was first invisible now be made visible. So out of the invisible comes the visible. So you read it in Genesis where it say, in the beginning God is showing that everything starts with first a thought, first an idea, it first imagine, it first is invisible. It's frequency, because everything is just based on energy, vibration, and frequency. And you are mass of energy, and energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it can be transmuted. So you can transmute the energy through frequency and vibration. So you vibrate on a certain frequency to give you your reality. That is inner spiritual alchemy, where you alchemize the alchemical substance, which is the invisible substance, through thoughts. And so thoughts become things, and we become what we think about most of the time. So meditation is how you really speak to God, because God is a higher self. God is your true essence. So desire and meditation, that's the correct way to pray. You see, whenever you have a desire, it's a spiritual sensation. The spirit in you is yearning for you to live and express yourself a certain way. And with that wisdom, which means with you knowing that you are to act, you set things in motion, because emotion is energy in motion. So you get into the feeling that your wishes are already fulfilled when you go into meditation, and you would activate the field. Yeah, just as though there is an outer field or outer ecology, there's an inner ecology. Just as how there is a sun that powers all of humanity and powers all of the earth, and whatever the sun shines upon, it brings forth bountifully. So you have your solar plexus, and that would activate within you and activate your heart chakra and send the message all the way up to your brain, because your brain is a transmitter and a receiver of frequency. And the frequency will go out into the ether, and your word will never return unto you void, but it must accomplish that which you send it to and prosper anything where to you send it. And so my brother and my sister, the best time for you to pray is about say 5, 10, even 15 minutes before you fall asleep. That's why even the Bible tells you in Psalms 4:4 that you must commune with your own heart upon your bed and go into the silence, go into meditation, and act out your life whichever way you want it to be. And then Job chapter 33 verses 14 to 16 actually give you the key how you must go to bed more consciously, and your command, your wish will be sealed. So my brothers and my sisters, True prayer is desire and meditation. It's not talking and yapping, and calling and begging and beseeching a God outside of yourself. Everything you'll ever desire is within you. Everything you'll ever need is within you. All the answers of life is within you. As a matter of fact, the entire creation is within you. The entire world that you're beholding, that you think is so real, is within you. And it's an outer projection of that which is within you. You're beholding a mirroring of yourself. That is why, if you learn this, you'll be able to bend reality to your will. So with that being said, my brother, message, I can go on and on. But the main thing is that I want you to become a doer and not just a hearer. Start to put your mind to work. Start to use your imagination. Practice visualization daily. Practice affirmation daily. Practice to calm your mind up daily and get out of the monkey mind, the chattering mind. Okay? And absorb the silence. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, as I said before, I can go on and on, but I definitely gonna come to a close here, and I want to thank you very much for listening to me. I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me and what I'm saying, if it really makes sense to you and it really resonates with you and you haven't subscribed already, I definitely want to encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, if you like to follow me on Instagram or you like to follow me on TikTok, you can definitely follow me at Black Mad Guru. And I would also recommend that you get my latest book, which is called The Secret Vagina, Mystery of the Virgin Birth. This is why I'm showing you the secret portal, because of my experience of the birth from above, the birth from the skull, which is basically the true virgin birth, and also the true resurrection, whereby you find your body to be a tomb. Okay, it is where the Christ oil will be activated within you, and you understand what it means to climb Jacob's ladder. Okay, but when you get the book, you get more information on that. And I will also encourage you to get Spiritual Recipe for Better Living, plus my many other books and journals that are available on Amazon. However, for those of you who are not aware of my Patreon community, I want to let you know that I have a Patreon community, and you can be a part of my Patreon community and support this work. But for those who are willing to donate $20 or more, I have a course that is called The Inner Sound Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously. And along with that is a bonus course on self-concept. It's very, very important for you to have the right concept of yourself, because that's how you know the right way to pray and know the power that you possess. So I'll definitely encourage you to get on board. Okay, but my main encouragement to you is to become a doer, not just a hearer, and also to make sure that you check out all of the links that are down below and let your intuition lead you and guide you into what to do. So with that being said, my brothers and my sisters, I just want to say peace, love you all, out.